Critics and audiences' scores on Rotten Tomatoes don't always line up on every project, but the consensus on the BBC show The Tourist is shockingly divided. Created by brothers Harry and Jack Williams, The Tourist is a drama-thriller series centered on an amnesiac Irishman, Jamie Dornan, who woke up in Australia with no memory and gradually put the pieces of his life and identity back together as his dark past continued to catch up with him. The Tourist cast also includes Danielle MacDonald as probationary constable Helen Chambers, Victoria Haralabadu as Lena Pascal, and Shalom Brune-Franklin as Lucy Miller. Season 1 premiered in January 2022 and was distributed by Max in the US. The Tourist was dropped by Max after its renewal but got picked up by Netflix ahead of its Season 2 premiere in January 2024. Despite its impressive streaming numbers, via Variety, The Tourist's reception has been split among audiences and critics on Rotten Tomatoes. Typically, there are still some areas in which both parties can agree even if they disagree on the quality of a project, but with The Tourist, it seems there's virtually nothing critics and audiences are on the same page about. What critics love about The Tourist? The show's 95% Rotten Tomatoes score explained. The Tourist has been a hit with critics, averaging a 95% score on Rotten Tomatoes and even getting praise from Stephen King as a terrific new thriller. The critics' consensus for Season 1 deems The Tourist a beguiling drama that deepens its mystery with solid shocks and welcome moments of levity, with Dornan making a compelling guide for the viewer. Overall, critics find that The Tourist succeeds as an entertaining, suspenseful, and darkly humorous thriller, with many positive comparisons to Fargo. Several critics also applauded The Tourist's impressive ability to balance its quiet, intimate moments with its violent, action-packed scenes. Most critics also collectively agree that the series managed to maintain its momentum after The Tourist Season 1's ending, with the consensus stating that The Tourist continues to twist and turn towards an unguessable destination in Season 2. Nick Clark from the London Evening Standard even emphasized that the characters are deeper and more richly rounded in Season 2 compared to Season 1. As a whole, critics give The Tourist an A+ in almost every aspect, from acting to pacing to overall thrill factor. Why do some audiences dislike The Tourist, according to Rotten Tomatoes? The show only has a 60% rating. Unlike critics, audiences have been unimpressed by The Tourist, with several Rotten Tomatoes users expressing their confusion about The Tourist's positive critical reviews. In general, audiences have found the series to be flat, boring, and tedious, as opposed to exciting and entertaining. Many viewers felt that The Tourist started off strong in Season 1 but got lost along the way, developing an inconsistent and painfully slow pacing. A big problem for audiences is The Tourist's plot, which many find predictable, absurd, cliché, convoluted, and/or full of holes and unnecessary twists and diversions with little justification or payoff. Oddly enough, a number of the negative audience reviews for The Tourist Season 2 praise Season 1, claiming that the show dropped in quality. Although Season 1 is rated 8% higher than Season 2 by audiences, this praise still doesn't totally track with the season's 64% score. Still, many audience members were even less amused by The Tourist's corny attempts at humor in Season 2, as well as the increasingly poor Irish accents. Audiences also thought the acting was significantly worse than Season 1 thanks to the new supporting cast, with leads Dornan and MacDonald credited for carrying the weight.